for getting help. Join us for CBS 2 special report.
Breaking the stigma. Thursday.
Good evening, everyone. We're going to wait a few more minutes for some of our other members to come on. So give it about another 5 minutes or so. Thanks so much.
Good evening, everyone. Can everybody hear me?
Good evening.
Yes, Officer Vidal.
Good
evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
We're just going to wait a few more minutes just for a few more people to get on. Just a few more minutes.
you. Sure.
Thank you.
While I have you guys still waiting for the meeting, you mind if I touch a little bit on some scams that are going on?
No.
Wait.
So we were getting hit a little bit with some phone scams. They're still going on. They still people are still falling for them. So I just want to offer a little bit of some signs that you might be dealing with a scammer. If you're getting unsolicited calls or emails, that's a red flag. If you're speaking to somebody that they're using high pressure tactics, that's definitely a red flag.
Greetings.
And if they start requesting for immediate payment using wire transfers, credit cards, gift cards, that's definitely another red flag. So, anything like that, immediately hang up and try to contact. They usually use phone companies, gas companies, electric companies, and they'll threaten to cut off the electricity on your business.
Yes, we had that happen exactly in my home.
Yeah. So
Last
definitely
week.
hang up and contact the electric company or the utility company directly. And these guys are very convincing. They'll spoof their caller IDs to make you think that they're actually calling from the actual utility company. So they're very clever and they have the technology. So I would definitely just hang up and contact the utility companies directly. Another thing that I wanted to touch base while we're still waiting for everyone to start, burglaries, commercial burglaries, especially we have business owners here. Make sure you test your alarm systems regularly. Make sure your cameras are functioning and they're pointing at the right direction, that they're not obstructed. Routinely change your combination to your safes, especially if you have employees. So you allow access control to where you keep your money. These are things that you should, as a business owner, just keep in the back of your mind when in regards to burglaries, commercial burglaries. All right. Thank you for the moment. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Good evening, Rob. How are you?
Good evening.
Oh.
can you do a roll call, please? Good evening, everyone, again. This is Slac, and we're just going to check to see what our quorum is for this evening. Thank you.
Kermany Allison. Ian Bailey. Gail Branch Muhammad.
Here.
Thank you. Janet Collins. Diane Duke. James Ellis.
Present.
Thank you. Fred Frazier. Tamika Gibbs.
Present.
Thank you. Oliver Hart. Roger Myers. Alicia Nocenzo.
Present.
Thank you. Fior Ortiz Joyner.
Present.
Thank you. Robert Puca.
Present.
Thank you. Celine Rosado. Brian Saunders. Meredith Staten. Harry Tam. Mark Thurton.
Here.
Thank you. Ethel Tias. Gib Vaconi.
You should be.
There's the Weatherspoon. Thank you. Sharon Wedderburn.
Here.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax here. Deborah Young.
She's excused this evening, as well as Mr. Bocconi.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Then we need one more body to hit our quorum.
Okay.
Exactly half our members.
Okay.
Roger is present.
What's that?
Roger Myers.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Myers. We now have a quorum.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Witherwax. I just want to take the attendance of the establishments that represented here. First, Stratosphere.
Present.
And who
Greetings.
am I speaking with?
Ethan Smythe.
Thank you. Greetings.
Greetings.
Okay. And we have Franklin Park.
Yeah, that's me. Untitled Chapter.
Are you calling from number ending 59?
Yes,
Tell me your name again, sir.
Anatoly Dubinsky.
Anatoly.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And next we have Rangoon.
Present.
And is that you, Ms. Hendricks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Is your client on the line with us, or is just you tonight?
It's just me tonight.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. And next is Natty Nat.
Hi, I'm
Manuela.
here.
Okay. And Colina. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with Rangoon.
I'm ready.
All right. Hold on, Ms. Hendricks. I gotta kind of zip out for a second, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. So you're representing Maya Mo?
That's right. Mio Mo is the
Mio?
principal of
Yes.
Rangoon Restaurant Concepts LLC. Yes.
Excellent. Okay. And located at 500 Prospect Place. Can you give me the cross streets, please?
Yes. The cross streets are Classen and Prospect.
So is it at the corner?
Yes, it's actually a little bit in from the corner. It's not right on the curve. It's about the building, the front of the building is in a little bit from around the corner on Prospect.
It's between Grand and Classen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So I do have a couple, actually quite a few questions because it wasn't complete. I don't, did you fill this application out for this person?
I
For
did.
the
Yes,
proposal?
I
Okay.
did.
Okay. When does their license expire?
It expires on March. Excuse me, actually. I did send this in quite a bit early. I believe it expires it expires on April 20th.
April 20th. Okay. All
Yes.
right. So there are a few things that are missing from the form. How long has Rangoon been in operation?
They've been in operation since 2018.
Okay. And what license are they seeking?
An on-premises license.
Uh, Wine, beer, cider, full liquor.
Excuse me, beer, wine, liquor. Yes.
Okay. All right. Beer, wine, cider. Me? Yeah.
Excuse me. Yes, beer, wine, cider. I keep getting confused. That's right. Beer,
Okay.
wine, cider.
Okay.
Ye-
And you have your tables. So your tables, that's fine. It's 4 indoor, 21 seats, 1 bar, 4 seats at that bar, 75 max capacity. And your hours for the operation indoor is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 12 to 10:30 p.m. and Friday and Saturday is 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. Correct?
Yes, it is. I didn't do the P's and the A's.
Okay. All right. Um, okay. So we're moving on to the outdoor. So
Yes.
there's a mention here. Um, it's partial in terms of the service area. Now, was this on your application before? Because
I'm
it's
sorry.
not checked off.
I'm not sure about your specific question. Can you please
Okay.
repeat that?
Sure. Are you is the form before you, first of all?
I am looking at it right now.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So it's right under service area 1. Was this area on your last application? It's not marked
Yes,
off.
it was. Yes, it was.
Okay.
And this on the tables TBD. This is pandemic related, and the applicant isn't even really using the outdoor area at this time. They're primarily using the indoor and doing a lot of takeout.
Okay. All right. That's I understand. So it's not in use at this time,
That's
but you
right.
but you have it because of what has been offered during the pandemic.
Exactly. That's right.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So I also for the outdoor, you have same as indoor, but you're not using it.
That's
So
right. And
that's
again, it's
consistent.
just to maintain the ability as long as it's within the community board's guidelines.
Okay, great. In terms of noise attenuation measures, are you aware of any that have been in place?
Um, the only noise attenuation would be what they did when they initially opened, which my understanding was that well, they were very well aware of the need to manage the noise and to not have any issues. And as far as I'm concerned, they have not had any issues in that regard. I'm not aware of any complaints or any noise problems.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Okay, so we're moving right along. So amplified sound is low volume background recorded music only.
Yes,
And okay, and that's I guess some sort of speaker that's inside there in your establishment or in the
yes,
establishment.
yes, inside, yes. They are
Okay,
very well aware about exterior noise because that was a big issue for the community board the first time around.
okay, all right. So we're at the end almost, and we see that you have there are five service employees, and there's no security personnel. And you mentioned
Yes,
that other security measures, the premises is small in the neighborhood and neighborhood oriented, serving only beer and wine, so no excessive drinking or other disruptions are anticipated, and the principal will be on the premise at all times.
Yes.
Okay. Number of residences in the building where the premises is located is 2, and
Yes.
left, right, rear view, you have 2 in the right and 2 rear,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have noted here that the additional operational changes that you hired additional kitchen workers.
That's right. 2 additional kitchen workers.
Okay, so a couple questions. I just to make a note that the form is dated May 3rd.
That's a mistake. It was supposed to be March 3rd. Yes,
Okay,
that's
okay,
definitely an error.
all right. And what about your notification to the neighbors?
That
Is that done?
I have that in my email and I can forward that, but that has been posted on the premises and I have pictures of that posted.
Okay, can you we didn't receive it. Could you just resend back
Y-
to the office?
yes, I will do that as soon as I'm able to do that without disrupting the meeting.
Okay. At the same time, those blank spaces, they're important to us. Can you make sure they're filled out? Not all of them, but the questions that I asked specifically. Can you do
Um
that for us as well?
sure, when you say like number of service employees, number of security employee
Yeah,
um
I'll tell you specifically how long you've been in business, what license you're seeking. That's actually listed there. Just check it off. Um, was that outdoor space part of your last application? Just again, yes or no. I know you've told us, but it's good to have it recorded on paper. You mentioned about the to be determined. We get that. I understand. So in terms of the hours, I know that you've indicated same, but if you could put that the time frame of each day for that
okay.
outdoor space, that would be awesome.
Okay.
And that's it. You have the notification that you're going to resend to the office, and if you
Yes.
could just change that date for us, that would be perfect since
Okay,
it's
let
not
me
May.
repeat these. So the specific questions were how long have they been in business? Do
Mm-hmm.
you also want specifically the expiration date on the license?
No, no. We just
Okay.
want the years in. That's all.
Okay, and then second was the I think I missed something. So what I have written down second is the writing down specifically the hours on the outdoor space.
Right. I also mentioned what license you're seeking. If you could check off the
License
box that
seeking,
applies.
specific license,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So you mentioned the hours, and you have the notification coming to us. Change the date, and that's it.
Okay. Okay, I'll
Uh,
take care of that right now.
okay, I'm just going to put any questions or comments out to our group. Anyone from the committee has any questions or comments for this application?
Hi, Chair
Uh,
Rhodes, and this is
hi,
James.
hi, Jane.
Hi there. Just a quick question. I don't know if I caught it at the top of the introduction, but Ms. Hendricks, what's your role in representing this organization?
I'm their representative. I'm an attorney.
Okay, great. So you're part of an expediting service?
Um, I'm a liquor
Technically.
license lawyer.
Okay,
I don't
gotcha.
call it expediting. So
Fair. Okay. I just wanted to understand. I also wanted just to correct you that I do live right around the corner from this establishment, and that outdoor
okay,
space is operational, and it has been operational through the wintertime. But I
okay,
will also say, as a neighbor and a consumer there, it is a lovely restaurant. There's no major issues. The noise levels are quite tolerable. It's a pleasant experience in general. So that's my testimony.
okay.
Great.
Thank you for clarifying that for me.
Thank you, James. Any other questions or comments that anyone has? I'm going to ask Officer Vidal, did he have any reports or complaints from this establishment?
Sure. So, in regards to Ragoon of 500 Prospect Place, for the period of January 1st, 2021 to present day, there are no complaints, no 311 calls. There's nothing to report in regards.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay, if there are no other questions or comments, I'm going to ask for a motion, please.
Madam Chair, I'm prepared to make a motion to support this application with a couple of notices. One is an updated application that's been completed, and the other is proof of public notice to the community of this hearing and the full board hearing. And in doing so, I'm happy to make the motion to support this application.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Do I have a second? Do we have a second?
Seconded.
I heard a faint second, I think. Who was that?
Second, that's Alicia Nazenzo.
Thank you, Mr. Senso. Okay, thank you. Rob, can we do the roll call, please?
Certainly. Am I muted? Yes. Kirmany Allison. Wayne Bailey. Gail Branch Muhammad.
Yes.
Thank you. Janet Collins. Diane Duke. James Ellis.
Yes.
Thank you. Fred Frazier. Tamika Gibbs.
Abstain.
Thank you. Oliver Hart.
Yes.
Thank you. Roger Myers.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nasenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Frior Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Puca.
Yes.
Thank you. Celine Rosado.
Yes.
Thank you. Brian Saunders.
Abstain.
Thank you. Meredith Staton. Carrie Tan. Mark Thurton.
Yes.
Thank you. Ethel Tias.
Abstain.
Thank you. Gib Viconi. Irsa Weatherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Sharon Wedderburn. Back around. Robert Witherwax, yes. Sharon Wedderburn. No. The motion passes 11 in favor with 3 abstentions.
Thank you, Mr. Witherwax. Ms. Hendricks, just want to remind you that our full board meeting is this Thursday at 6:15.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Look,
I'm
get
sorry, I was
that
going to say,
immediately. Yeah. Okay.
yes, you'll get those materials within the next couple of hours. Thank you.
Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Am I allowed to log out of the meeting?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Next up will be D. Savannah. No, Savannah. That's your name, right?
Yes.
Natalie? What's
Yes.
your last name, Natalie?
Flaming.
Okay, Laming. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I just need to also give me a few seconds to just pull up your information. Your information, I do recall, was received not in order, so I had to bounce around.
I just actually realized that. I'm so sorry. I'm looking at it like, what's
Yeah.
going on? I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
No problem. We'll get through it. Okay, so let me just, okay, so your Natty Knack LLC is your corporation name doing business as D. Savannah.
Yes.
You have the principal listed as Davis Alexander.
Yes.
Okay, can you just give me the email address? It didn't come across so clear here, please.
It's D as in dog, J as in Jack, E as in egg, A as in apple, 38 at Gmail.
Okay, great. Thank you. And you don't have yourself listed intentionally as a principal?
No, he's the principal.
Okay, all right. Got it. And you are at 158, or you're looking to be at 158 Utica Avenue.
Utica
This is a new
Avenue.
application. You know the cross streets.
It's Prospect and St. Mark's. I always get mixed up.
Okay. All right. And you have tables. Well, you're seeking it's a restaurant bar, and you're seeking, what are you seeking in terms of the license?
A full
Beer
liquor
and wine,
license.
full liquor?
No,
Okay.
yeah, full liquor.
Full, okay. All right. And you have tables, is that 24?
So the plans that I was given, they're not the final plans, because I asked the architect to give me the plans he had, up to dated. So when I had to send it in, he put a little bit too many. Are you hearing me? I'm getting an echo.
Yes.
Yeah, he put a few too many tables in the back because I didn't plan on putting that many tables in the back. I believe he put, the space is basically going to be for like about 74 people. So I just have to spread it out because I haven't submitted the plans as yet. These are my proposed plans.
Okay. So yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to, because I noticed that your plans, even your outdoors, of course, you have like 48 tables, 48 seats rather, but then your indoor footprint is
No, it's
not
1,
as
2, 3,
many.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. So he did it. He did that incorrectly because I would not put that many outside. So
Okay.
yeah. So that's definitely
Okay.
gonna be. I'm probably gonna do like about 10 tables outside.
Okay. When are you haven't been you're not through the process just yet, so you don't have a license to expire. So this is going to be very important as we go through discussion with this application.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I remember you from last month, so and so I'm glad to see you here again. So in terms of the tables, you're saying maybe about 10, but
Yeah, it's gonna be 10. I never do that many tables and chairs in any of the spaces that I've had before.
Okay. So, and the chairs to those tables, how many?
So it's usually 2. I usually do 2, and then if I need to put them together,
Okay, so 10
Yeah.
tables, 20 seats.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me just, I gotta get back in order here. So as you know, so give me a moment here.
I understand.
Okay. So in terms of noise attenuation measures, you really don't have anything. Are you proposing that you're not going to have any base bottoms, or like,
No, I'm not having baseball. I don't have speakers in the backyard because I know the community, there are no speakers in the backyard. That's one. And I know one of the things that we're planning to do, which helps, we're building like a overhead shed gazebo with covering as well. Just to contain, when people are talking and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm just going to go back to the tables and seats. Now you have on your schematic, you do have a bar, and you do actually have 13 seats at that bar. Is that accurate?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, and you have your hours of service, 11 to 1 Sunday, from 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. and Saturday is 11 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Okay, so yeah, but Friday your starting time is
later.
3
So
p.m. It's 3 p.m.
yes,
is correct? Okay.
Yeah, because Saturday and Sunday we open earlier for brunch.
Okay. Now also, so we're moving on to the outdoor area, and what you have checked off a patio, and you have an outdoor backyard. Where's the patio?
Well, the reason why I checked off patio because I didn't know what you guys call the back space. So what I really that's why I just put outdoor back. It's a backyard. So I didn't want to not, so it's just a backyard.
Okay, I mean that's that's the other. We don't have that there, so you put that perfectly. But the patio was I didn't know if you had that as well. So that's why I
it's
needed
just
to
the outdoor
verify.
space.
Okay. So as you said, in terms of your outdoor space, what we have here listed is inconsistent with what the schematic says.
In terms of what?
In terms of the tables that you're going to have. The seats might be right, but the tables, you have to decide what that is.
It's going to be 10 tables.
On the outside as well?
It's going to be, I see what I did. Okay, so it's supposed to be 10 tables and 2 seats at the table. Like I said, that drawing with the outdoor plan, he just recently submitted. and he's in the process of fixing it for me because we haven't submitted the plans to building department yet.
Okay, so let me just get this straight. So your indoor and your outdoor plan are both 10 tables and 20 seats. Is that what you're saying?
Hold on 1 second. I'm just looking. The indoor. Hold on. I realize it's mixed up. I'm so sorry. Okay, the indoor has, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So indoor, he has 12 tables. Did I write that incorrectly too?
Well, you said it was when you mentioned 10 tables. I thought you were talking about indoor because we didn't get to
No,
outdoor
I was talking
yet.
about outside.
Okay.
He
So
put too many
what's the
tables
indoor?
outside. Yeah.
So what's the indoor then?
The indoor is 12 tables, and it's 2
Okay.
seats per table.
Okay. And now you're saying, well, not now, but the outdoor is 10
It's
tables
10 tables,
and
yeah.
20 seats. Okay.
Right.
All right. Is there going to be a bar out here?
No.
Okay. And it says maximum 40. Okay, so now I gotta get back to the order. Yeah, so there are pictures here listed of the space and the posting, the outdoor space. When I mean outdoor, I mean the front of the building, the backyard, and a couple of pictures of the backyard. And I'm moving on here. Again, several of the postings. We have the floor plan, and I do see that you had a reference letter from the command 77 precinct.
Yeah, we were over there, like the Flatbush area, Farragut and Glenwood, over there on that side before they sold the building.
Okay. All right, and just want to see what else, because I did have a couple of questions.
Sure.
So you don't have that restaurant on Flatbush Avenue?
No, they sold the building. They're putting up condos. Well, they're already almost done. Yeah.
Okay, and so do you own any other establishments?
Yeah, we're up the street at 75 Utica.
Okay.
It's a cafe.
Okay. And how long? I'm just curious. How long have you been there?
We actually opened. We were there. We had this space since 2000, like late 2018. But then because of the pandemic, we actually opened physically during the pandemic. We opened May 2020.
Okay. 2020. Okay. All right. I'm going to open the floor up to the group, but I got to tell you this right off. The application has to be redone. It's completely redone. Yeah, with those other things, we can go over it later if you want, after the questions or any comments that anyone has to have. Okay, may have.
Okay.
All right, team. Do we have any questions? Any questions, Mr. Ellis?
Hey there. First, to those that aren't talking, can you mute? I think it's coming from Toli's phone.
I'm sorry, one second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick question for you. Curious as to the status of the houses of worship that are near you. You have one listed as 60-something feet. The other one's like 100-something feet.
Yeah. So
Can you just sorry, let me finish up real quick.
Go
Can
ahead.
you just let us know the status of those establishments? Because if they are active and fully functional to houses of worship, then your request for a liquor license is not a valid request in this case.
Well, I was under the impression that once residents, people are living upstairs, right, that they consider storefront churches. I know at my other location at Flatbush, I had the same situation. And once the SLA did the investigation and I had to send in information, I was able to get a liquor license at my old establishment. And the store that we have of the block, there's a mosque there, which is totally different. So that's why at the other establishment, we just do beer and wine.
Okay, so you're in the process of getting that investigation confirming the status of those churches?
Yeah. I mean, I started, I started looking at it.
Okay, so you would be fine if any motion made tonight was contingent on the certification of the uses of those those churches?
Yeah, I mean, I started doing the homework. I saw that there are tenants living upstairs. I saw the what do you call it? What do you call it? The entrance. The entrance for the where the tenants have access. One of the churches is actually on the corner. So their entrance for the tenants is like on the other side, not on the
Sure.
Utica side. So yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for that clarity.
You're welcome.
The other thing I wanted clarity on, if you don't mind, another question is, you mentioned that most of your music programming is acoustic, but then you also listed a DJ. Can you share with us a little bit more details about your entertainment programming and when those situations might arise?
Okay, so usually we just play like a playlist. The only time we usually use like a DJ, it's like special days, like if it's Mother's Day or Easter, like special occasions like that. We don't have a DJ every night or because it's costly. And it's a restaurant, so we only do it for some form of entertainment on specific nights.
Okay, and then the one final thing, just to clarify, is that with the indoor and the outdoor spaces, is there a second mean of egress for that outdoor space, or is it going through the restaurant?
So the way how it goes through the restaurant, and there's a back hatch that goes through the basement that goes, and a front hatch. Yeah.
I guess my asking that question just leads to that the both indoors and outdoors, the seating capacity should be less than 74 for both spaces. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you. Any other comments or questions for this application? Hearing none, may I have a motion, please?
Madam Chair, I'm happy to make a motion to support this application with the corrections requested in an updated application.
I'll second that.
I'm sorry, who's that?
Sharon.
Hi. Thank you, Ms. Wedderburn. Mr. Witherwax, can you do the roll call, please? Thank you.
Certainly. Kiermany Allison, Wayne Bailey, Gail Branch Muhammad, Janet Collins.
Well, I have a yes, but I also would like to know their stipulations and when are those stipulations supposed to be due, by when?
I didn't.
James, in your stipulations, just if you can just repeat it with the time frame that they're due.
Certainly, and sorry for that, Ms. Muhammad. The motion would be contingent on having an updated application prior to the full board meeting on Thursday.
Thank you, and yes.
Thank you, Ms. Muhammad. Janet Collins, Diane Duke.
Yes.
Thank you. James Ellis.
Yes.
Thank you. Fred Frazier, Tamika Gibbs.
Abstain.
Thank you. Oliver Hart. Roger Myers.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nasenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Fiora Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Puca.
Yes.
Thank you. Celine Rosado. Brian Saunders.
I'm gonna say yes.
Thank you. Carrie Tan. Mark Thurton.
Yes.
Thank you. Ethel Tyus. I'm sorry, what was that?
Yes.
Thank you. Yrsa Witherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Sharon Wedderburn.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. The motion passes. 13 in favor, 1 abstention.
This is Celine. I'm sorry, my phone was having a hard time unmuting. Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Rosado. The motion passes 14 in favor with 1 abstention.
Great, thank you. Natalie, if you need any help with the application, please let us know. We're here to help. Okay? You're muted.
Sorry. I'm sorry. So just resend the entire application and make the correct changes.
Please, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you
Thank
very
you, sir.
much.
Thank you. Have a good
All right.
evening.
Have a good night.
Thanks. Okay. Next up is Stratosphere. Is that Mr. Smythe?
Yes, yes, it is. Give me a second.
Sure.
Greetings.
Greetings. Okay, Mr. Smythe.
Yes.
When does your license expire?
March 31st, this month.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. A couple things. We're just gonna go through it pretty quickly. Okay. So you have I gotta pull this up. It's a little small for me. Just give me a moment. A little small for me. All right. All right, here we go. All right, so Mr. Smythe, we have you as the corporation name Stratosphere Studios Cafe Lounge LLC.
Yes.
You're located at 227 Utica Avenue. What are your cross street, please?
St. John's and Sterling Place.
In Sterling. Okay. Okay, and you've been in operation 10 years. Catering hall.
Yes.
Okay, 13 tables, 26 seats at those tables, one bar, 4 seats. The maximum capacity is 74, and you have your hours of service Monday through Friday from 9 to 12, and Saturday from 10 to 2. With regard to noise attenuation measures, you have self-regulated. Can you just explain what that entails? And what happens that you would self-regulate?
Well, I'm usually here on the premises for 99% of the events that occur.
Okay.
And so I'm the one that regulates the volume.
The volume. Okay, so you're speaking just the volume. You're turning it up and down. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Just wanted to be clear. Do you have outdoor space?
No,
Service.
I mean, there's a backyard, but we don't use it.
For service. Okay. You mentioned you have live entertainment. What is that?
We have a
Specifically?
jam. We have a bandstand, so it's a recording studio as well. So we do live recordings and we do live performances and we stream live as well.
Okay, great. So your lounge has two, in your lounge, you have 2 speakers and with 85 wattage. Okay. And what is missing is your 5th page, that last page, because on that page has everything else in terms of employees, your security personnel. Do you have that 5th page, that last page with your signature?
Page 3, you don't have that?
No, I just have 4. Did anyone else receive this? Because I
Just
only have.
scroll down, you should be able to see the last page there. The only page I think that was not included in that was the page that didn't have any information on it, that last back page, page 6. But page 5,
Okay.
505 should be in your email, I think.
All that landed in our Dropbox was 4 pages. Can everybody confirm that?
That is exactly, that's what I received as well, Ms. Weatherspoon.
Okay,
Really?
thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
So,
what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to answer the questions that should be answered on that page, but then we need to just get that page if you can send it to the office. Can you do that?
yeah, I can send it to you right now if you want.
Excellent. All
Which,
right. So I'm not going to be able to look at it right now. So that's why I'm just going to go ahead and ask the questions. How many number of service employees do you have?
Service employees is 1 and my security.
Okay, so security personnel is just 1 person?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any other security measures like cameras or what have you in your establishment?
Cameras?
Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay. And how many residences are in the building where you're located?
2 apartments above.
Okay. Were you going to say something else?
I'm just frustrated that you don't have the email, but anyway.
Okay. All right. And the number of residences that are to the left, right, and rear of you.
Okay, so you have 2 left, 0 to the right, and 1 to the rear.
1 to the rear. Are there any changes at your establishment since your last application?
No.
Okay. Officer Vidal, do we have any complaints on this application?
How you doing? Good evening. So in regards to Stratosphere Studio at 227 Utica Avenue for the period of January 1st, 2021 to present day, there are no 3-1 complaints and no summonses issued. There's nothing to report.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, any questions? I see your hand up, James. Do you have a question?
No, that was a holdover, but I'm just curious,
Okay.
Mr. Smythe, if you provided also proof of notification to the community. If you have
Correct.
those postings.
Say you didn't get that either, right?
No, we don't have that.
Okay,
Thank you, James.
so let me, which email am I supposed to send this to? Because I really thought I sent all of that to the right place.
Well, it should be going to the district office. And let me just get that email handy. Yeah, so it's Brooklyn CB8@gmail.
CB8 at Gmail. Okay, so because I had all the pictures and everything in that email that I sent, so it went someplace.
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Smythe, it's worth noting that you could have received it, we could have sent it, and then the board, the staff might have inadvertently left it off when they uploaded it to the Dropbox, and so we didn't receive it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
no pointing fingers any particular direction, just asking
Yeah.
that you have a complete package.
I was pointing all the fingers at me, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so the full board meets on Thursday. Okay, so can you have this resent just in case by tomorrow? Tonight would be great if you have it at handy.
Doing it as we speak.
Okay, do we have any other questions or comments for this application? Hearing none, may I have a motion, please?
Madam Chair, I'm once again prepared to make a motion to support this application with the updated information requested in time for the full board meeting.
Thank you. A second, please.
I second it.
Thank you, Ms. Mohammed. Rob, can you do the roll call, please?
Certainly. Kirmany Allison, Wayne Bailey, Gail Branch Mohammed.
Yes.
Thank you. Janet Collins, Diane Duke, James Ellis.
Yes.
Thank you. Tamika Gibbs.
Abstention. Abstain, sorry.
Gotcha. Oliver Hart. Roger Myers.
Diane is yes.
Thank you, Ms. Duke. Roger Myers.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nasenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Fior Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Puca.
Yes.
Thank you. Celine Rosado.
Yes.
Thank you. Brian Saunders.
Yes.
Thank you. Mark Thurton.
Yes.
Thank you. Ethel Tyus.
Yes.
Thank you. Yrsa Weatherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Sharon Wedderburn.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Witherwex. Yes, the motion passes 14 in favor with 1 abstention.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Smythe, you have a good evening, and we look forward to getting that information quickly.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you. You do the same.
We'll be jamming tonight on Brooklyn.tv if you want to watch. BKLYN.tv.
Well, you go ahead and plug your business. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thanks a lot. All right. Okay, next up is Franklin Park.
Hi.
How you doing? I just give me a moment. I had a difficult time pulling up your application, but I have it now, so I'm ready. This is Mr. Dubinsky.
Yes.
Okay, so your business is Franklin Park at 766 Franklin Avenue. May I have the cross streets, please?
St. John's.
And what's your other street? Between St. John's and,
St. John's and Sterling.
I didn't hear that, sorry.
St. John's and Sterling.
Oh, Sterling, thank you. Okay. All right, so you've been in operation since 2007. You don't have it checked off, but this restaurant bar that you have, are you seeking the full liquor license?
Yes.
Okay, because you don't have those things checked off. 40 tables, 80 seats in your indoor area, 2 bars, 30 seats in those bars. Maximum capacity 210. Your hours are 12 on Sunday from 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 a.m. and Saturday from 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. Correct? Okay, so now at the you have soundproofing ceilings and walls in your place. Outdoor area, the service area, you had this on your last application. You have it noted. It is so you have a patio and you have gardens, a garden.
No, they
You have both. Patio.
It's a patio, I guess, right?
Okay, all right. So no garden. 18 by 70, 20 tables, 4 seats to each of those tables. So that's 80? 80, okay, all right. And 100 capacity is 100. 100 is the capacity, excuse me. And the hours of operation in that area is Sunday, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m., Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 11 p.m., and Saturday, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. Any other outdoor areas?
No.
No? Okay. And for your music and sound, you have at your bar, looks like 8 speakers with, I guess, 20 wattage each. No live entertainment. None will be offered. You have 15 service employees, 2 security personnel, and in your building where your business is, there are 8 residences. So and 6, you have 6 residences in the building that is, or not in the building, that's left, right, and rear view, but you don't have the breakdown. So you have 6. So can you give us the breakdown of what's left, right, and rear?
On St. John's Place, there is 8 residents. On Franklin Avenue, 766, there is 6 residents. And left.
Wait, let me just stop you. Let me just interrupt. The building that houses your business, that building, how many other residents are in that building?
Building that house it's 6 people.
Oh, okay. I'm a little confused. All right. Because there are 2 different questions we're asking. We're asking.
It's L-shaped building, so that's why the only direct residence, it's above on Franklin Avenue.
It's above Franklin Avenue. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not
and
on
how
St.
many?
John.
Okay, so nothing on St. John's, and then you have
only,
on Franklin. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Only attached building on St. John's.
Okay, so and on Franklin Avenue, you're saying that they are residents that are above on that
6,
side.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, got it. Okay, so do we have any questions or concerns on this application? Officer Vidal, do we have any complaints listed for this application?
So I have here on the agenda, it was listed on the Dutch Boy Burger, 618 St. John's Place. And there was only the resulting of 1 noise complaint on October of 2021, and no summonses issued.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Brian, did you change your mind?
Oh no, that's the question I want to ask. He was using the
okay.
address of Dutch Boy, so I was wondering, does Dutch Boy have his own license, and are you just using the Franklin Park as a conduit?
Park. It's
And
always was
you said between St. John's and Sterling, but it's actually between St. John's and Lincoln. Am I correct?
Lincoln, yeah. So Lincoln is.
Okay. Any other questions, Brian?
Not at this time.
Concerns? Okay. Anyone else? Oh, Miss Joyner?
Yes, just one quick question. I noticed that there is a copy of the notice to the neighbors, but did the applicant submit any pictures with the posting?
I don't.
You're not gonna do it.
I will do it tomorrow morning because we don't have any application, and I was.
Yes, but the meeting was today, so that if people see it tonight or tomorrow, they don't have an opportunity to voice their opinion today.
I don't know why we received application just today.
When does your license expire?
31st
Of when? This month?
March. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions or concerns? Mr. Thurton?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did we, with the Dutch Boy and the name that's now, did we clarify that? I'm just curious about that. Did we clarify that part?
Brian, were you satisfied with your answer?
Actually, no.
No. Okay. So let's talk about those concerns then. The question is, what address is being used? Is that what the question is? Is it Dutch Boy? Is it Franklin Park? Is that the question? The concern?
Because Dutch Boy has his own license. Am I correct? For bearing wine.
No, it's one license. Actually, two licenses.
You said it's one license, actually two licenses? I'm sorry?
Because there is two bars, yeah.
So you're putting an application for Franklin Park on the Dutch Boy address. I don't understand.
It's a one building, so the Franklin Park is a one building. I don't know why they're using Dutch Boy name. Franklin Park was always, since 2007, was always Franklin Park.
Who's the they that you're referring to?
Oh, liquor like SLA.
Okay, so where are we with this application? Mr. Ellis? Care to share some light? Shed some?
Sharon Weatherburn has her hand up.
So thank you, Gail. Ms. Weatherburn?
I'm just a little bit confused. I know that Dutch Boy provided food for Franklin Park when Franklin Park didn't actually serve food, but you're saying there's one bar serving both Franklin Park, meaning the patio, and Dutch Boy, or are there two bars?
There is no Dutch Boy. Dutch Boy, it's us. Franklin Park is a Dutch Boy. It's never was separate entity. It was one entity.
And so you're saying there's one bar, but you're appearing before us as Franklin Park with a Dutch Boy application.
I'm not sure what else I can. It's a one business.
Robert Witherworks has his hand up also. And then Ethel.
Rob? Okay, in that order.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Gail.
If memory serves, and I'm sure Mr. Ellis will and some of the other longer live members will help me out with this, but Franklin Park, whatever entity we want to call it, had 2 points of service. They had one bar and a second bar. So when you do that, you have 2 licenses that both need to be approved. It's the same business, but for somewhere in the SLA paperwork, and maybe it's just our committee, one bar, 1 point of service went by Franklin Park and 1 point of service went by Dutch Boy. So Tolly's right, it's one business, but they have 2 licenses, or at least they did at one point. because of the 2 points of service. So maybe that's where some of the confusion arises from.
That's
Because the
exactly what
DBA
confusion is.
was.
I'm sorry, just someone in the background answering? Like, hello?
Yes.
So can someone speak more about that to Mr. Witherwax's recollection?
This is James. I mean, if I can verify that as the way it's set up and operated, there are connected spaces. There's an entrance on Franklin Avenue coming through Dutch Boy. There's an entrance on St. John's that goes into Franklin Park, and they meet in the middle. So one just has a restaurant service. The other one is their food and their beverage and entertainment and lounge area.
But did I just hear that we have 2 licenses to this
Well,
business?
as Mr. Witherwax explained, because they have 2 bars within the same establishment, they're required to get certification for both points of service. So technically, to my recollection as well, that requires 2 licenses, but it's only 1 application.
So there should be 2 applications.
No,
right?
it's not required
No?
to be 2 applications. It just has to be named that there's more than 1 point of service. And when they get their paperwork from the state, I believe they will have 2 separate certificates for points of service.
Yeah, the only distinction is that there are 2 places from which liquor gets served within the same establishment. When that happens, the SLA says each point of service needs its own number. So, it's a 901 for the supplementary one.
We still
Okay.
have Ethel on hold here.
Yep. Go ahead, Ms. Tyus.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It would seem to me that with Mr. Witherwax's explanation, the application should reference the other naming through the simple state function of a DBA. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tyus. Ms. Wedderburn, your hand, okay, you took it down. Okay, any more questions or concerns with this application?
Madam
Ms.
Chair, I
Mohammed?
just have one question for you. I had asked a question, and I'm not sure how that will be remedied. The fact that there's been no notice.
Right. We don't have a notice to neighbors, and that's something that we are requiring as this committee. So did you do that? Do we have any proof of that?
We'll put notice in the window tomorrow. I'm
You're
sorry.
putting in a note.
I don't
Okay.
know what. I'm not sure why we don't. Our expedited did not send me everything before.
Okay, because that's something that
already-
is way ahead of today. People should know that you're appearing today. And we have a board meeting this week on Thursday. So with that said, do we have any questions or concerns? Does anyone want to make a motion on this application, please?
I have one more question.
Sure.
My question is, I remember Franklin Park closing down. So what was a close down temporarily, or is it new ownership, new management? What, and then you just opening back up? What happened?
We never closed down. We closed down this only operates a small bar. We never shut down the place. Maybe for 1 month.
That wasn't my recollection.
Mr. Thurton, do you have a question or statement?
Yes, with the posting, is it, are you going to put Thursday's date on this, or what date are we requesting for the posting?
Well, it should be Thursday. It should be for this Thursday. So you're talking about a 3-day exposure to the community. But we can call a motion and settle it that way. So can someone make a motion, please?
Madam Chair, this is Ethel Tyus. I move we support the application on the condition that the notice is timely for the full board meeting this Thursday, and that the application present that it's 2 points of service with the DBA at the applicant's choice. Either it's Franklin Park doing business as Dutch Boy or the other way around.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Whittle-Wax has second motion. Could you please do the roll call, Rob?
Certainly. Kirmany Allison, Wayne Bailey, Gail Branch Mohammed,
Yes, and can someone make sure that they go by to see if the sign is up?
Janet Collins, Diane Duke.
Yes.
Thank you. James Ellis.
Yes.
Thank you. Fred Frazier, Tamika Gibbs.
Abstain.
Thank you. Oliver Hart.
Yes.
Thank you. Roger Myers.
Yes.
Thank you. Alicia Nocenzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Fior Ortiz Joyner.
Yes.
Thank you. Robert Puca.
Yes.
Thank you. Celine Rosado.
Yes.
Thank you. Brian Saunders.
No.
Thank you. Mark Thurton.
Yes.
Thank you. Ethel Tias.
Yes.
Thank you. Yrsa Witherspoon.
Yes.
Thank you. Sharon Wedderburn.
No.
Thank you. Robert Witherwax, yes. The motion passes 13 in favor, 2 opposed, 1 abstention.
Mr. Dubinsky, as noted, in terms of what needs to be updated, we also need you to have that posting up tomorrow.
I will.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Okay. Take care. Good night.
This is Gail Mohammed, Madam Chair. And where will that be posted? Is that to be posted both on Franklin Park side as well as the Dutch Boy side?
It wasn't made
Same.
specific. I'm sorry, go ahead. Someone
It's
speaking?
the same storefront.
Same, oh, okay, oh, you're still here. Well, can you post it in both places? Because don't you have 2 ways of egress? Or is everyone
But
floating through
the
Franklin?
building is set back. It's nobody gonna see the sign.
Okay, so can you post on your door and the neighbors that are
Sure.
surrounding you, please?
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Good night.
Question, Madam
Yes.
Chair?
Yes.
In reference to the posting, how do they know, since we have virtual meetings, the posting have the virtual meeting? So how do they know that how do they link up to our meetings on their posting?
Say that again. I'm sorry, Mark. Say that again.
Our meetings are all done in virtual.
Right.
How do when they post it, how do they let people know where to go to attend the meeting? Do they
Well,
put
it should be on the it is on the posting. That's where it should be. It tells them the day, the time, and the purpose.
and the link?
I don't remember if the link is there. Does anyone remember?
Chair, yes, the link
Yes.
is
Yes.
the link is there. I'm also just want to confirm that will the office send him a new notice so that the link for the full board meeting is on the notice?
Yes, we'll make a note of it. I mean, they're
From the
in the
full board
background.
meeting is already on the current notice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do we have any questions or anything to discuss before we leave?
This is Roger. I did have 2 things to say because that was part of the questioning of the posting at the last meeting, our meeting last week, in regards to are the posting is going to be visible for the neighbors to log in and understand what we're doing on the Monday as opposed to the Thursday. and I wasn't sure if we went on that.
You're going in and out. Plus, there's some background competing
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, I don't know where the background is coming from.
Okay.
I think it's
So
Sharon's phone that's picking up background, just so you know. Sorry, Sharon.
No worries. We
so
just
that was my question at the last week regarding the postings.
Wait, hold
and
on. It's still going. It's still going on. Miss Wedderburn, can you mute
I'm
yourself?
working on it. I'm working.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. All right, go ahead, Mr. Myers.
Yeah, that was my question from the last meeting regarding proper posting in time for our Monday meetings. So it looks like we're still at least requesting and looking for public posting so that the neighbors in the areas of these bar restaurants let those individuals know that they can participate and speak, their piece as neighbors of these establishments. So that was what I was trying to clear up at the last meeting, and I didn't know if this is going to be a mandatory requirement or if this was still being requested for those, filing or renewing liquor licenses.
Well, did you attend our meeting that we had for members?
I
That
did,
was last week. Okay.
that's what I did miss, but I did read what was sent.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So again, this is something that was created six years ago in February by the committee, and it was created because there were a lot of same questions came up. So this was really designed for us to have less of that conversation and have that before us. So it's an excellent tool. However, and it's important, and we've gotten accustomed to this process, and it works for us. It brings in the community. However, the SLA only gives them really one requirement with regard to us, and that
Right.
is to have that 30-day notice
Yeah, right.
of their intent. So where we still want this information, and we should encourage and impress upon, we still can't you can't just really dismiss totally if something is off. Or when I mean off, I mean just maybe it's not a proper service, a notice, or something minute that, for instance, not minute, but for instance, we've sent people back already for this evening. We need to have this redone, this application redone, and submitted to us in a way that's really acceptable. Answer all the questions. So that's where we are right now. So they don't. It's something that we want to continue to see happen. Okay, but it's not something that's required, and we want to continue to be part of the conversation, part of being advisory. We don't want to go around. So we're trying to work with people, but we really want all our questions answered, and we really want that, but we can't, we just can't use it as that also that tool to penalize. So it's it's something to negotiate, but it is important.
Understood, because I
hope that
happened
helps.
to walk past two establishments that were listed that did not show today, and I thought the same thing. One is probably under construction, one has been in the neighborhood for some years, and one is going to ask for, they're both actually asking for liquor licenses because one has only really did, sort of coffee, tea, and the other is in the process of being built and established. So they're
Right.
going to be brand new restaurant, bar, etc. in the neighborhood. And it was never a restaurant, another location that was never a restaurant to begin with. So they're going to have to go through everything else, building kitchens, et cetera, et cetera.
Brand new.
So that was the one question. I just also wanted to make a statement now that two restaurants in Community Board 8 are up for semifinalists of the James Beard Award. One has a liquor license, and I was thankful to be there, and I believe I voted on it because it was in 2020, which is Ross Plant, based on
Their food is good.
the other is Ursula, who's fundraising now at 724 Bedford Avenue off Sterling. or I believe, yeah, I believe it's Bedford Avenue, or Sterling off Bedford Avenue, actually. So they're up as well. So we just want to
Very
congratulate,
nice.
shout outs to them, because to get the James Beard Award, or even to be in the finals, semifinals, means you're cooking something that everybody wants to eat and or talk about. So that's to me is just great for Community Board 8 and any restaurant that gets into the semifinals.
Absolutely. That is great. How did you find that out? What list were you on?
Being nosy, but I well, the funny thing is, another restaurant in Bed-Stuy got the James Beard some years back, and their, I believe it's AA, their Caribbean restaurant with their food is incredible because they do have a certain kind of sauce, and I'm not sure what the sauce is, but everybody wants it. And I just thought that was a great award because I have friends who are chefs and they
Mm-hmm.
don't talk to me about that. So then
Yeah.
I saw come up in a news feed that and I was like, wait a minute, I was there. I was notified because I have Ethiopian friends who told me they're fundraising, they're going to teach how to cook. Pandemic happened, and now it's 2022, and they're making the semifinals. So I said, wow, that means they're really still doing a great job cooking their plant-based food, and this is their second restaurant.
Yeah.
So I just am happy that we have some restaurants now in Community Board 8 that are really cooking great food to be nominated for what is like the Oscar of cooking. And
Mm-hmm.
for
Absolutely.
just to be nominated,
Absolutely.
you're doing something in that kitchen that's making your peers say, we got to talk about what they do. So
Right.
I just
I
wanted to
thank
mention that
I thank you for that.
we've given them liquor licenses.
Yeah, I thank you for that. I remember when Ross Plant came to us, it was right before COVID, and I was thinking about them. Um, COVID hit. I don't know if Rob remembers, but COVID had hit right after couple
I
months.
remember, and they got very
Yes.
innovative and they found
Yes.
other ways to be
Yep.
able to survive.
Yep. Yep. So that's good for them. They made it, and look, and they're being acknowledged in a big way. I think that's fantastic. Okay. Anything else? Oh, Miss Tyus, yeah.
I
See the
just
hand.
wanted to share that you find these nuggets in local news outlets like patch.com.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
Great.
So I
Thank you for
signed up
that.
for these things. That's how you can find out what's going on around.
Yeah, I signed up for it too, but I think that passed right by me. But if it was there, but that's great. That's really great news for the community. Any other questions or comments? Okay, well, thank you everybody, and we'll see each other either this Thursday or first Monday of next month. Thanks so much.
Madam Chair, just as a reminder about,
Yes.
I know we've passed the date of March 4th, but hopefully anyone that had to sign up again for or register again for the Community Board 8 has submitted their paperwork.
Yes, I think a good number of us are covered. That's something that we were behind this past week.
Yeah.
So people did what they were supposed to do. So that's great. So we should be good. Okay. All right,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank
Have
you. Good night.
have a good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.